Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. It's Multiple Monday, and I have been wanting to do this one for quite a while. Now, I have taken, I buy my chipboard like this in a pack of 25, 12 by 12. I'll leave the link below for that. I've taken one sheet and cut it in half at 6 inches. And I have decoupaged both sides here. I've got two of them. This one is the Tim Holtz etymology, and then I've also got another one where I've used the aviary. I got those, gosh, where'd I get them? Hobby Lobby. $6.99 for one, and at one time they were packaged in 3, and I got 3 for $10. They do go on sale. But what I've done here is decoupage both sides. Now what I love, this is 9 by 12. These come in 6 inch. But you don't have to use that. You can use any tissue paper you want. You can collage, whatever. This is just what I did for this one. It would be a perfect Halloween book. I don't really do Halloween. I'm not fond of the Beatles, but I can cover those up. I just happened to grab this real quick and didn't realize there were beetles on it, but that's okay. So what I want to do with this next, and I'm just using my regular Fiskars cutter here. I'm going to open this out, and I'm going to cut this, like I said, it's 9 by 12. I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. And I'm just going to go through once. I'm not cutting all the way through. I'm going to do 5.5, and I'm going to do 9.5, and I'm going to do 11, like so. Alright, now what that's going to do is give me a wraparound journal. I'm going to fold it this way, this way, this way, and this way, and now I have a little wraparound journal, and that will give me, probably put 3 signatures in here. Here's the other one, the Birdie Darling. So as you can see, I've cut it the exact same way to make a wraparound spine, and I'm not cutting all the way through the chipboard, so I don't know if you probably can't see, but there's only maybe 1-2 layers. I will reinforce this, probably on the inside with some fabric. But what I want to show you today is not only that this, I didn't put anything under this. This is just tissue and chipboard. But I want to use this Distress is when it's distress spray. Distress spray stain. I have the vintage photo, and I want to kind of just put some of that on here, and I've got a baby wipe here, and just kind of rub some of that on, make it vintage looking. You could use a darker color if you want. I know vintage photo has a little bit of an orange tint to it, which is fine. It's that sepia. My hands are going to be covered in ink. My husband wanted to go to the movies today, so I was like, well, let me get on this and see how far I can get, and then we'll go with that. Whoops. One of the benefits of having a spray bottle, I don't have to worry about it spilling all over my desk. And the gal that I saw do this tutorial, oh gosh, it's been a long time, but she used ground espresso re-inkers, and it was really dark, and I loved it. Now let me talk about my heat gun. This is I saw this on a Tim Holtz video, and I thought it was the greatest thing. I paid 20 bucks for this. It's a Conair curling brush, and you just take the curling brush off, and it is a awesome heat tool. It's hot enough to dry it, but it doesn't blast you out. and blow everything off your desk like some of the heat guns. There we go. I think that looks really cool. Now, one of the things you need to remember is you want to get into all these little creases here. So, how do I want to do that? What would be the best? Let's see. I don't have a little, I'm going to just spray it here and see if that will get in there. Not really. You know what I need is a little sponge. I'll spray some on my desk here because it needs to be washed anyway. And I'm going to use the point of this, there we go, that's much better, of this sponge brush, and then get in those creases. Oops, it's a little fiddly. Just wanna, it doesn't have to be perfect. As perfect as you like, or not. Nobody's gonna come along and say, oh, you didn't get enough ink in there. And if they do, they can add their own if they want more. I'm trying to get in there, but I don't want to bend that over completely because I don't want that piece to break free, and it can I'm trying to get in that one little spot in there. This is a little bit bigger than what I would normally use. Alright, let's do this one here. If I had probably should have sprayed in those creases to begin with, but that's okay. And you won't have that on this side. So let's just go ahead, and you could leave this if you didn't want to age this side, just leave it the way it was. But I kind of like it dark. I think it looks really cool. And you could go back and add more until it's the color that you like. But I think that's fun. Now I've been sitting in here for maybe, oh gosh, a half an hour is all it took me to do the decoupaging. Just want a little bit more here. And drying it with the little heat tool. So this is not a long process. Now I do want to maybe come over here and get some of those dark spots blended in a little better. But that's okay if you have it in those little creases because that's where they would be anyway. There we go. And yes, I'm making a big mess, but you don't have to. I just have more fun when I do it that way. So there we go. We have this wrap around, and I'm going to let this dry and before I add, you know, papers and whatever. I can use my heat tool, but let's go ahead and see what happens when we do this one. Okay. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that. I actually like it better with the ink on it. Because, like I said, I'm not into the bugs. I like the butterflies, but not necessarily the bugs. So let me dry that real quick. Now you may notice that there's some wrinkles on here. I I was trying to lay it down mostly flat because it was already the 6-inch size, but if there's a few wrinkles, I would like to come back later with my espresso ink pad and maybe pick up a few of those. Is this the ground espresso? Yeah. So then maybe come along here and kind of pick up. I don't have an awful lot of wrinkles, but just to, there we go. You can see, maybe you can see right there how it picked up some of the wrinkles. So yeah, that's what I'll do now. I want to go ahead and spray this side, and maybe I might make a mess if I do that. I'll do it like I did the last one. But you do whatever works for you. It doesn't take very long, as you can see. And this, like I said, this was just a dry baby wipe from cleaning off the desk. A little bit more. Okay. Now this will leave fingerprints if it's not completely dry, so I do try to hold it like this sometimes here. And I will go back like I did before and get these little spots. So I think probably what I'm going to do is use some of my coffee dyed muslin to reinforce these. And if you plan on covering up the outside, don't worry about getting the ink in here. I may come back and add ink to that also. So, all right. Well, there we go. There we have two, it's not necessarily multiples, but two covers. It's more than one. And I do have several of the Tim Holtz papers, so that would be fun. Let's see, I also have, this one is typeset. That would be cool. And I have the botanical one. I love this one. It's almost gone. So, and then I have the floral, which I love. So I will probably come back and make probably 4 more of these so that I can have 6. And these will be naked journals. I'll be just putting coffee dyed paper in envelopes and those kinds of things inside. And I will be back next week to show you what it looks like. And we'll be doing something similar to this, but different. And I'll show you what I've done with these. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye now.